Hello there, Eagles fans. Welcome back to Philly Eagles Therapy. I'm Basil.
And I'm Baz.
And we are recording August 13th, 2026. It's a Thursday. Coming up before all of the preseason games tonight and before the Eagles' first preseason game coming up on Saturday. Dad, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. We got some good rain here. It's nice. Temperatures are in lower 70s. So, yeah, it's a good day.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with you there. We're going to be talking about some news today, some training camp stuff, and then we'll also talk a little bit about the Eagles and Ravens. Not doing a full breakdown since, of course, we're not going to be having, full rosters and full, starting lineups and stuff. But we'll talk about some players along the way that we're excited to watch, and maybe some other games that we're excited to watch along the way as well. But as always, let's give a shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles fan club of Colorado Springs. Shout out to you guys. They watch all the games at Rhinos Sports and Spirits on Powers and Barnes here in Colorado Springs. You can join the Facebook group, like I said, called Philadelphia Eagles Fan Club in Colorado Springs. All right, let's get into some news, Dad. Some more NFL Top 100 stuff.
There we go. We had our predictions last week. How'd we do?
We killed it. We mentioned three guys who we thought should have been on the list. I said two locks and one for sure, and they all showed up over the next 3 days maybe. It was super quick. The first one to pop up was at number 38, Cooper DeJean, who we said it on the podcast before, there's no chance he's not on it. You know what I mean? The invalidity that this list would fall into if he wasn't on there would be insane. So he's on there at number 38. A good little move up from last year. He was number 60 last year, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. It's good. It's a good range. No part of me was like, oh, he should have been higher. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, like I said, when we broke it down, you're like, so many players are left, the big name players, big position players.
Of course.
For him to slip in there and inside 40 is pretty darn good.
Definitely. I'm very happy for him. Next one going to be Saquon Barkley. Number 34. Now, this one's not as pleasing as the Cooper DeJean one. Now, we obviously knew this was the other lock we talked about. We knew he was going to be on the list. There's no way he can't be on the list. But he went from number 1 to number 34. Now, you obviously expected to drop. There was no part of you that was thinking, oh, he'll be in the top 10.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like he was going to drop. Didn't want to see him drop out of the top 30.
Yeah.
I know you kind of talked about
top 25 is where I predicted he would be.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty happy with 34. I mean, again, a lot of players left, right?
That's true. Absolutely. I mean, 20 players left. We reached the top 20, right?
Okay.
So yes. We could see there might have been some more listed out today, but that would have gotten us there. But I think we're at number 20.
Big surprise was...
Yeah, the big surprise, and I think the last one got to be on the list for the Eagles. At number 29, defensive tackle Jalen Carter moved up 14 spots from last year. I think it was number 43 last year. That would make sense. So he's number 43 last year, goes to number 29. Dad, thoughts on this?
I mean, we had said we knew he had to be on the list, but we were both like, maybe he's not on the list. He played 11 games last year. He missed one early in the year. Then he got hurt and things like that. So, and as much as I lauded him as being the best defensive tackle in the game, he wasn't there this year.
It's true.
Hopefully, it's motivation to get him going. He's got a new contract, and I think 29. I thought that was. I didn't think he'd be that high. To tell you the truth.
Me neither. I mean, I think it's accurate to his skills and his abilities, but I definitely was still surprised just because, like you said, he only played in 11 games.
Yeah.
So we said 11 games last year. He had the ejection early on in the season. That sour taste kind of sticks around for players and injuries. So it was a bit of a surprise to see him on the list, but I'm not complaining. I think it's great to see him on the list.
It just goes to show that the players in the league,
absolutely.
We had mentioned that too, double, triple teamed all the time, every game. So, I mean, the players in the league, they're the ones that pick it. So,
yeah, I would guarantee that they probably ask the position they ask the most when they do these player position surveys and everything, probably is offensive lineman, right? I mean,
yeah,
there's more offensive linemen on each team than, there's more offensive linemen in the NFL than any other position.
Correct.
So I bet it's probably all the offensive linemen going, oh, this guy's amazing. So, I mean, that helps him out in the long run, big time.
Definitely. Yeah. So, I mean, it's good, but hopefully it's a motivation for him to say, hey, I want to get in the top 10. I believe I should be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I think he should be in the top 10. So
that's something fun. Yeah, absolutely. So to me, this probably finishes off the list. So we'll mention, of course, I'll read through all of them right now. A.J. Brown, number 80, obviously not on the team anymore, but he's
part of the team.
Off of the team.
Yes.
And then after that, everything's in the top 60, which is pretty cool. 6 players in the top 60. Jalen Hurts at 56, Quinyon Mitchell 47, Zach Bond at 45, Cooper DeJean at 38, Saquon Barkley at 34, and Jalen Carter at 29. The big name that feels like the big name that's left off the list is Lane Johnson.
Yeah, I can't see him being in the top 20.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume he's not going to be on the list. That's kind of why I'm saying, we're all done. This is the read it off.
He missed so many games last year.
He missed so many games, and when he played, he's still one of the best tackles in the league.
That's right.
But he did, he missed so many games, and that's just kind of, that's how it goes. So
he missed, I don't know how many games. He didn't play.
I think he played 9. Honestly, it's too little.
And he left a couple games, right?
Correct. He left some games early. Yes, it was a little too much.
It makes sense.
Absolutely. So that ends the list for the Eagles. They get 7 people on the list, but 6 on the current roster.
Right.
So it's not terrible.
It's good, and you expected that.
I mean, last year we had the record. That's kind of the thing. I don't want to go off of too much, but last year we broke the record for the most players in the top 100,
and we should have.
Yes, but we had 9 players going into the last season. Then we had Josh Sweat, who was no longer on the team, but he was on the team, of course. Yeah.
Right.
So we had 10 people, and that was the record. So the big notable ones, I'll read through all the names that were on the list last year and didn't make the list this year for the Eagles. Number 1, Jordan Mailata. He was number 69.
Okay.
Lane Johnson, who was number 23. That's it.
Mailata still played great last year. So, it was really his side of the line that had some injuries.
Yes.
So, I think that made it hurt him a little bit. But, yeah, I'm expecting him to get back. And, he's still trying to get his first All-Pro.
He got a second-team All-Pro. I don't think he's got a Pro Bowl.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's even different.
It is weird. He's gone the opposite route where he got the harder one first.
Way harder to be an All-Pro as opposed to a Pro Bowler.
In 24, he was a second-team All-Pro, but he has not had a Pro Bowl yet. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, at least he got that one recognition, if you will.
Absolutely. Okay, Dad, let's talk about some training camp stuff. So I just wrote down some players that we kind of heard a lot about in training camp. Of course, we've talked about this in the last pod. We're not at training camp. We live in Colorado Springs. Right. I don't know what you want from me. I read the articles, I listen to the podcast, and then I come and tell you what I heard.
Got a report for you.
Exactly. So just some players that I've heard the most talk about or the most hype around or, all the big stuff. Number 1, Darius Cooper. If you listen to the podcast, if you listen to or read the articles, it's like this guy's the second coming of A.J. Brown. I don't know.
I know. I was listening to the pod today, and now, of course, we're talking about Dave and Rube, which we love those guys. We listen to them all the time. But they are saying that Coop, he was could be possible a number 2, and Dave was even a little bit going. He might be a number 1. So that's what he was saying. He was saying that. So, but yeah, so that's really good to hear. That I thought last year when as a rookie he was looking really, really good. Only had 9 catches for us last year. So,
which is, I watched some highlights today because I came across Darius Cooper on YouTube, and it was like, oh, Darius Cooper, all catches from last year. And I was like, okay, it's a minute-long highlight. I'll watch it. And his first catch was against the Cowboys. It's like week 10.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, get him in there.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why is this taking so long to get this guy the ball? And I know he was a rookie, but week 3.
Yeah, he was really good in training camp.
And in the preseason, he was fantastic.
We watched some of the preseason games, and he made some fantastic, major catches. Not easy over the middle types.
I know
he made some great catches. So
definitely.
But it's a good thing. They push each other, and hopefully he gets a spot and a little bit more look this year.
Yeah. The next player I got, another wide receiver, Elijah Moore. A lot of people talking about how it looks like Elijah Moore is going to be pushing for a roster spot. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. It's hard to do. He's definitely on the fringe. But there's a lot of people been saying that he's really pushing for that roster spot, and they think that he might be on it.
Yeah, he's definitely been, from what I hear, looking better than Hollywood Brown. It's not even close as far as, side by side. And the other thing is he is a punt returner, or can be used as a punt returner.
Yes.
So, that's always something you look at. Of course, Covey's our guy, but you never know. He gets banged up a lot, so it's possible that he'd be the guy.
Yep. Next player, Markel Bell, obviously the backup tackle. He's kind of taken over much to some of Fred Johnson's chagrin, possibly. Markel Bell's kind of taken over that backup swing tackle position. He's been starting at the right tackle spot a lot. Fred Johnson more so at the left side. Lane Johnson, big words on Markel Bell. He said he was the best rookie he'd ever seen.
Wow.
In all of his time being an offensive lineman in the NFL, he said he's the best rookie he's ever seen in training camp. Offensive line rookie in training camp.
That's pretty good coming from that all-pro player.
Yeah, give me your thoughts on him, Markel Bell.
Well, I know he's, from what I've heard, if he's not playing the right side, when Fred's out there, he's going into the left side. So they're moving him around from what I hear. So, I mean, he's getting on the field. That's one of the players I've highlighted to watch for in the preseason game this weekend. And he is number 60. Oh, no, he's not. Number 72 on your score sheet. So
great number.
Yeah, I agree.
Great tackle number. We went through all this, but Markel Bell, will be excited to watch him play. And we'll get more into those guys.
Third round pick.
That's the thing. Third round pick out of Miami. Yeah. That's big name, big school, big guy.
Well, not just that. I mean, he was ranked as far as draft choices. Number 2 or number 3, and he dropped to the third round. So I remember there was a lot of talk after we drafted him, but of course that's draft talk, and you know how that works.
Absolutely, you never know what's going on there. Third round pick from Miami, played at Holmes College before that. I'm going to pull up his 6'9" and 1 quarter. 6'9" 1 quarter, 346 pounds, only 22 years old. I mean, that's it's all we don't want to get too into the future of things and predict things, but you always talk about, man. If this guy is the future right tackle, I mean that just saves everything. You know what I mean? Because if Howie got this guy in the third round, and we could talk more about Lane Johnson right now because there's been some reports coming. Well, not reports, but in a press conference he spoke on how he's not going to be playing past this year, which we'll dive into in a second. Right. Markel Bell, if he's really the future of that position, and you got him in the third round, and he gives you the next 8 years, 7 years. 6 years as not even all-pro Lane Johnson level tackle, but Trey Thomas was pretty good with a few Pro Bowls here and there. Even Mailata won second-team All-Pro, but he's always been really good. If he can give you that, I mean, we got a first-round pick this year and 2 first-round picks. Or no, I'm sorry, we got 2 first-round picks next year.
27.
Okay,
yeah,
it is. The 2 first-round picks next year. If you walk out of that draft not having to take a tackle because this guy's on your team, that's just enormous.
So that's the one thing I want to see this weekend, that he plays the right side during the whole preseason and a bunch of the preseason games, if not all the preseason games. We have a few other linemen that we'd like to take a look at, but he's definitely one.
He should start every preseason game. There's really no there shouldn't be any pushback on that. Now, obviously, he'd probably not play the whole game because you got the other guys out there, but he should play at least
the first half.
I was going to say, he should play at least. I was going to say he should play, at least 2 full games, probably. You know what I mean? Like maybe, whether it's a half of the first game, a half the second game, and the full third game. Whatever they do.
Third game, he better be playing.
That's the thing, or it should be at least a quarter and a half of football that he plays.
If he is the heir apparent, we need him to get as much time as possible, and then be coached on the sidelines by his the other guys. That's
especially if now, I know we're getting right off the rails, but he's playing next to Tyler Steen, and if he can get practice, and I don't know, Tyler Steen probably not going to be playing in the preseason, but it's just so huge for him to get practice with these guys and these guards and everything like that. And Steen was always, every year it always happens where there's a 5th offensive lineman, and the 5th offensive lineman, he always has to play at the end of the games because there's not enough players to play. Now the preseason's different, so I can't imagine Steen plays, but if he does, you want Markel Bell playing next to him as much as he can.
I agree.
Especially if they go forward, because Steen seems to be the right guard for the next few years.
It looks like it. I mean, there was questions the first year, but I didn't really have questions. I watched him play. I saw him make some great moves. But, there's always those doubters. And, he was the weak link in the entire offensive line, but he still held his own, I thought.
It's funny because
he did. He held his own.
It's like 24, Makai Lemon was the right guard. So 25, it was Steen. And it's funny because going into the season, you're right. It was like, the weak link. He's probably our best offensive lineman last year, start to finish, because he didn't get injured. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what gives him that edge of being the best lineman last year. Was he just was never hurt.
And I think he was unfairly called out in some games when they couldn't run the ball, but we couldn't run the ball much in certain games either. So, I mean, it's not like it's something that was on him. It was really on the whole line as a unit. And I think, he held his own. He's still a young guy. He's learning, so I think, hopefully we see him in the preseason some.
Yeah.
Because I think they all need to get game action except for, say, Lane and maybe Mailata. But the other three, they definitely need it. Now, we don't want to put a lot of time on.
I wouldn't say Landon needs to.
I know, but they still got to play.
I don't know. I don't want these guys touching the field until the games matter.
And that's the thing. Last year, remember, we did that. We didn't. A lot of guys did not play the field, and you're kind of like, give them a little bit,
Jalen Hurts hasn't played in the preseason since 2022.
That's crazy.
The year we lost Super Bowl. He hasn't played in the preseason since then.
Wow.
And I mean, that's all of them. AJ played, Goddard played, Smitty played.
Right.
Since then, none of them have played in the preseason. It's pretty
the
crazy.
skill guys, I understand, but I mean, some of the linemen with the timing and things like that, offense, a whole new offense this year.
Okay.
It's going to be something, but I mean, they're not playing the third game at all. So, I mean, first drive type thing, that kind of thing to me is kind of important, at least a little bit.
Let's talk about the next player, another offensive lineman, interior guy, Drew Kendall, who I'm sure is on your list in a bit, but he's been good in training camp. We're not supposed to be talking about the game yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's been good in training camp. There's been a lot of reports about him and how he's been compared a lot to Brett Toth, and how Brett Toth was kind of like, he'd been here a bit as the interior backup, and he kind of broke through and everything. And that's kind of talked about with Drew Kendall, where he struggled a bit last year in camps and practice, and now he's really pulled forward and expected to be maybe the number one backup interior offensive lineman. Because he can play center, he can play guard. If anything happens, you're probably going to him to play both positions.
Especially with the center coming off a back injury.
And the guard.
True. But I mean, you need one of them to be we need a center, so we need somebody, you can throw somebody in there as a guard, but to me the center is super important as far as, especially early on in the preseason, just to see what he's got. So
absolutely. He'll play a bunch, yeah. Next two guys not going to play at all in the preseason, but they've been doing great in training camp. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, a bunch of stuff coming out about
they stay off the field. They stay off the field.
And that's actually what's happening right now. They didn't practice today. They are a little bit banged up. No serious injuries, but you know how they get in training camp. If a guy is even, this kind of hurts there. Like, okay, you're done for the week, So they shut it down pretty well. The trainers take care of them pretty well. So these guys are off the field right now, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, but we know how good they are, and they've been great in training camp. Have you seen the video? So there's a big, there's a big thing going on. Gosh, it's just so funny. The Eagles just have to, it's hard to complain. Your team is so good that you're in the forefront of the news all the time, and the TV guys want to talk about you because you have such a strong fan base who's watching all the TVs, and they got all the fans everywhere and stuff. So you get it. But the Eagles released a clip of Quinyon Mitchell picking off Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
So Jalen Hurts throws it, and then Quinyon Mitchell makes a great diving interception. It's slow motion. It's really cool. And it got put on Facebook, and now it's on shows, and they're just like, Jalen Hurts, you look terrible. I mean, he's throwing. Why'd they post that? They made him look stupid. And it's just like, well, it's because that's the best cornerback in the NFL. They're showing the best cornerback in the NFL making great picks in training camp. But it became a big thing. So what do you think?
Well, I mean, what do I think? I think that's something that they're going to show to fans to rile up. Of course, some of those shows they need something to click for people to click on, right? So
you have to show them something you love or something you hate. Yeah. They can't just, that's why the Cowboys always get talked about, because a bunch of idiots love them and then a bunch of smart people despise them.
Yeah, well, I mean. But Hurts has been taking it on the chin a lot this off season, as he always does.
His career.
His career. So, but it's preseason again. He's taking chances. He's throwing the ball. Maybe he's, the receiver didn't make the right run. Whatever.
Yeah. I got another receiver here. Going back to the top guys, Cooper and Moore. Dontavian Wicks. Big reports coming out about how good he's been. Another guy who's pushing to really possibly be the number 2 receiver, especially with the next guy on my list, Makai Lemon, he's not practicing.
I know, and it's the thing that makes you wonder. He's a number 1 pick, 20th overall. Yeah. You're like, all right, we need to see something. I know it's still early. We still got a month to go, but
for me,
get on the field.
For me, it goes to I don't want to be too dramatic. No one get too angry with me. But if you remember, Jalen Reagor, we drafted him, and then he was injured. He got injured early in training camp, and he couldn't practice. And they came back week 1. He got hurt in the first game after his first NFL catch. And Makai Lemon is just kind of like, you worry. He's out for these 4 weeks. He's made, the talk is, they're not going to have him. He's not going to be out.
Game on,
He's not going to be out there until September 13th. Like, they're just like, they don't want to mess with him playing in the preseason. I get that. You got to keep him healthy, but you got to get these guys work, man. I don't, it's just.
He made some tough. Really big news early on in preseason or in the training camp. So maybe they went, you know what? We've seen enough. He's got a hamstring. He's got this. Let's just bring him along slow.
Hopefully that's it.
He's got a good rap sheet from his college days. So
yeah. The next 2 guys I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about together because the big thing today in training camp was a big fight happened between 2 guys, Moro Ojomo and Fred Johnson. So on a certain play, these guys kind of nudged each other. Fred Johnson got a little bit extra, or I think Moro Ojomo got a little bit extra after the play, pushed him. They got in each other's faces, and they actually, they went to fight each other.
Came to blows.
They didn't, but they went to.
Okay.
They jumped. They started putting their hands up. They didn't throw fists, but they started putting their hands up, and then the team kind of separated them. Nick Sirianni, little big mistake here. He didn't take them off the field. He didn't take one of them off the field. He didn't take either off the field. He let them go back on and do the next play, which is not smart. Because then on the next play, Fred Johnson pancaked Moro and landed on him with all of his weight. And then they got into it a little bit more. Team separated them. And then Moro Ojomo got around the huddle, and he tackled Fred Johnson at his knees, a little below his knees. So a lot of people are not very happy right now because it's just you really get guys injured when you're doing stupid things like that. I mean, it's one thing, pushing, shoving, it happens. The teammates and non-teammates, you get upset, it's hot out, you're practicing. No one likes to practice. Practicing sucks. So you start pushing each other. I get it, but yeah, you don't want to be tackling guys with the legs. I mean, especially guys, who's 6'8". Yeah. Fred Johnson, 345 pounds probably. It's not what you want.
Well, hopefully they pulled him off the field after that one.
Yes. I think he sent them both out. I think they both got sent back.
So hours.
Correct. Yep. All right, that's all I have from training camp, Dad. Let's talk about the game coming up. Eagles playing against the Ravens on Saturday at 5 p.m. our time. Dad, it says that this game is going to be on ESPN. It says on the ESPN app is what it says. Right. So we should be able to watch it. You going to watch it?
Well, when I tried to record it, it didn't show up till 2 o'clock in the morning on one of the channels. So I don't know if it's the premier game or whatever, because I just don't trust that. It's not like you can go to a bar and watch the game. Sometimes they don't show them all. So
yeah, I think the ones on that day are going to be Browns-Bears is NFL Network. Rams-Chiefs is NFL Network at 2, and then Cowboys-Seahawks NFL Network at 6.
Yeah, so
we're the 5, and it says ESPN app. So you should be able to go on ESPN.
It's that NFL thing, the NFL Plus.
No, ESPN app, not NFL Plus.
Okay.
Because there's NFL Plus, ESPN app. So you're going on ESPN, the app.
Okay.
And if you have ESPN Plus, you have the pick of the litter there.
I'll be checking tonight to make sure it's there.
Yeah.
But I just don't trust it. When I try to record it, it said it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's because it's on the ESPN app.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I have ESPN, so
Well, but it's not on the channel. It's weird because you can see it here. It's not ESPN. It's like because usually with these you go to the Monday night game,
right? So Peacock or whatever.
It says boom ABC ESPN, and these ones are different. They're saying the ESPN app. So
if you have the app, let us know.
Yep. There's some other games. Tonight, we can talk about those. There's 6 games tonight.
Wow.
I guess this is going to be out after all these games happen. Which game are you going to watch?
I don't even know who's playing. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, Packers Steelers at 5 o'clock. That's going to be on NFL Network, so that's the one I want to check out.
Right.
I kind of want to watch that one because the Steelers have Drew Aller. I'd like to see Drew Aller play, former Penn State quarterback. See if he gets a chance to kind of push for a future there after Aaron Rodgers and everything. But this weekend. Friday, there's Broncos, Falcons, Bucks, Jets, Dolphins, Commanders.
I'll probably peek at the Commanders.
And then our day is, like I said, Browns, Bears will be the TV, and then Rams, Chiefs, and then Cowboys, Seahawks. Those are all NFL Network, not NFL Plus, NFL Network.
Yeah.
So those will be the games to watch.
Get on there.
Correct. And that's on Sunday.
Because that's the worst thing about the preseason, of course, is They won't cut away to another game. Like, oh, this game's 40-0, we're going to go. They stick with that game. They stay with it. So you're stuck. Whatever they got on there, you got to watch. So.
So let's talk about the Eagles-Ravens game. Not going to be a lot of starters playing, but you got a list. You got a list of guys that you're excited to watch. Let's talk about it.
I have a list. Really, it's their numbers. So when you're watching the game, look for these numbers, right?
Okay.
You got Darius Cooper. He's number 80.
Easy enough, yep.
Just so you know.
Great number.
We got the tight end, Stowers.
Yes, I didn't talk about him.
Number 87.
Great.
So I heard he had a catch or two in practice the other day because they were kind of a little bit down on him because he hadn't really showed much early on in practice and training camp, whatever you want to call it. I got Willie Lampkin, number 61. He's the 5'11".
Yep, guard
that's not very big for NFL standards. So, but they say he's got a lot of heart. So hopefully he'll be out there playing. So
what was the number again?
Number 61.
He's 61.
Okay. Number 61. And then we've got, of course, the quarterbacks. Of course, Tanner McKee and Dalton. We're going to see if they're if Tanner's going to be traded still. We don't know because you still can trade players this late. And, if another quarterback goes down and somebody wants to grab Tanner, they're going to have to give us a number 1 pick for him. But I'm kidding. But we'll get something for him. But he's number 16, Tanner McKee, number 16, Andy Dalton, number 14. To me, it doesn't make sense to play Andy Dalton.
100% agree.
11, 12, 13-year pro. I don't even know.
100% agree. I wasn't even going to – I'm more excited to watch number 10, Cole Payton, the quarterback. I would like to see Cole Payton play. He's a running quarterback. He's a speedster. He's not afraid to throw it. He's not afraid to throw some picks, so we'll probably see some interceptions.
Well, to me, like say, we've done this before, too, where you have a veteran quarterback. What good is it having him out there? And he's probably going the same way. What are you going to do? Why you're not looking for me? You know what I've got. You know what I'm worth. So I'm not sure what Cole Payton, you say number 10?
10, yep.
So, and he was a big name coming out of college. I mean, at least in the quarterback world, there was a lot of talk just because of how he plays and how he kind of fits the NFL prototype nowadays for a younger quarterback.
Yeah.
And my last was Markel Bell, which you mentioned, number 72. So number 80, 87, 61, and number 72. That's going to be your offensive line right there, those two last ones. But, and see what they've got. See if they get beat. See if they can play. But, of course, they're going to be playing against big-time name, if you will, starters. So, but it'll be interesting just to watch and see what they've got, and hopefully we can get the running game going. And I'm not sure who the running backs are going to be. Probably,
we won't see. So we won't see Saquon Tank. We'll probably see Shipley, right? We'll see Shipley.
I would think we should. Yes.
So Shipley, Carson Steele, and Damian Pierce probably going to be the biggest ones out there.
Pierce, he's one that we picked up kind of later in the year, and
he had a good rookie season in the NFL, and then never.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. He's got some yards behind him, but.
He does.
Again, I think he might be a return man as well. I'm not sure if that's his thing, maybe kickoffs, but I don't know. It seems like he's starting below the Mendoza line, but unfortunately, maybe he'll show something. Maybe he will have something. So it'll be interesting to watch.
I got some other guys to add on there. Okay. You mentioned Markel Bell. I'm really looking at number 78, Miles Hinton, and number 73, Cameron Williams.
And 2 other linemen.
Those are the 2 other tackles that we drafted last year in the 6th and 7th round.
Right, okay.
So I think I'm really interested in seeing how they do it because I don't think there's room for both of them on the roster.
Right. Okay.
Now, obviously, one can always be kept to the practice squad. You never know what happens there.
Right.
But I do think that I don't think they're both going to be on the roster, especially with Fred Johnson and Markel Bell practically being locks,
If you will, for the roster, yes.
Yes. So I would say it's very likely that only Miles Hinton or Cameron Williams make it. So I'd like to see how those guys go. So that's 78 and 73, and they're a left tackle and right tackle.
And I know they're both big guys.
And this is a similar thing. I don't want to see Fred Johnson out there. I don't think that's necessary.
Need to. Yeah, why would you? Yes.
Markel Bell definitely, but I don't think you need to see Fred Johnson.
No. And that's probably what your line's going to look like.
Defensive tackle, this is just obvious. I want to watch Uar Bernard. I don't remember. I'm trying to recall.
The end, right?
Tackle, technically. Yeah, defensive tackle.
I thought he was an end. Okay.
Well, he's built like an end.
Sure is. Man, mackerel, that guy.
6'5", 306 pounds.
Speedy.
Yeah, he's. Just everything I wish.
What's that? Rangy. He's got the long arms. The whole thing.
Only got 6% body fat. Wingspan. Wingspan. Oh, they don't have it on there. Wow.
Really?
Okay, my bad. I don't have it. I have his hand span. Oh, wingspan. There we go. 7'1", So he's 6'4", and his wingspan's 7'1". I mean, that's fantastic. Yeah, so it'd be really exciting to see him play.
A lot of talk that he'll probably make the roster only because
got to protect him.
If they put him on the practice squad, somebody's going to grab him.
He'll be gone. So that's number 93. I don't recall. I'm trying to remember Jordan Mailata. Now, obviously, he gets compared to Mailata because the pathway program, and he did never play football before. So with Jordan Mailata, I don't remember how much he played his rookie year in preseason.
Well, if you remember, he was injured early on.
Correct.
I think he was injured for a couple seasons.
Well, they do the fake injury where they go, oh, he can't play, so he's injured. No one can take him because he's injured. Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird. I just don't remember what it was like. I'm fairly certain he played his rookie year right away. But I just don't remember too much. In preseason, obviously, not in the regular season.
I don't think we'll be able to find any of that film either.
Correct. Because he was drafted in 18 after one Super Bowl. He didn't start games until 2020.
Right.
So, 18, 19, he went through 2.5 seasons before he started.
Training camps, if you will, yeah.
Yeah. 3. It's crazy, yeah. So, Urban Art, excited for that. Ty Robinson, 95.
I'm big on him. I remember when we drafted him, I was big on him, and then he kind of disappointed last year.
He didn't do his point. He didn't do anything.
But I mean, even in preseason, I remember watching.
Yes.
I was kind of keen on him to see. He's going to come in because he's a little bit older and he did fairly well in Nebraska. But I was hoping we'd see more. And I hear in training camp he's a little bit slow, but now he's kind of emerged in the last couple of days because they're at day 10 now as far as training camp goes. So
this one doesn't really need to be mentioned, but I'm going to say it anyway. Number 54, Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Yes.
Bunch of reports about it. I should have mentioned him about him being really good in training camp and how a lot of people would believe he could be an NFL starter. He's just unfortunately behind Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell here, so hasn't had the chance. But there's a lot of people that are talking about how good this guy is.
He made the step. He's made that step up from last year's training camp, if you will.
Yeah. Next one I have was Smile Mon, number 42. I believe is a 4th-round pick last year, maybe a 5th-round pick last year. And big reports about him the last 2 training camps about how good he's been.
Yes. And I remember, again, when we talked about it last year, hoping he gets on the field, and really we didn't see much.
Yeah.
I think he finally did get in some games and didn't really do much, so I think he kind of dropped back.
Yeah. I feel like I'm cheating. I'm sorry, I'm choosing everybody. But one more guy, I could say 4 more guys, but I'm going to say one more guy, Cole Wisniewski. Now, he's been on the injury report recently, so I don't know for sure if he's playing, but he's free safety. He's number 21. Obviously, we don't know who our starting safety is opposite Makuba yet. You assume it's Epps, but it could be Michael Carter. And Andre Sam is also a guy who plays plays safety and has been on the team for 4 years now. Yeah. So all these guys have real chances to be on the team. JT Gray, another safety who's been a special teamer and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but the safety position is very intriguing because there's just not much. There's not much we know.
Do you think McCoog will be playing in the preseason? Because we got a good taste of him early in the year, then he got injured, and that kind of ruined the season.
He broke his ankle, leg, one of those, in the second Cowboys game, right? Because of Sidney Jones, Sidney Brown.
Yeah.
Running into his knee.
Yeah.
So Makuba, what week was the second Cowboys game? Do you remember?
Would have been Thanksgiving.
It was. It was no, you were in Phoenix for Thanksgiving. It wasn't Thanksgiving.
Sunday.
So it would have been November. So what's that, week 12, week 11?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's definitely healed up from that. So do you want to put him back out there? Do you maybe not play him in the first game and play him in the second game and then don't play him in the third game? I don't know.
Right.
I'm going to guess no, we don't see him. Okay. You think yes?
I would say, if it was up to me, I'd say, let me see what he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if he gets nicked up or if he plays fantastic, then you just sit him the rest of the time. But, these are players that, they've only got 5, 6, 7, 8 games, in under their belt.
Absolutely.
And I thought he played well early last year. But then really, after he got injured, it was kind of a bummer because it kind of changed the whole scenery.
Yeah. I'm going to cheat. One other player. I got one more player.
Go ahead.
Long snapper. This is just a fun one. Long snapper Rocco Underwood. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
He is First of all, awesome name, Rocco Underwood, just a great name.
Agreed.
He's related. He's cousins. Sorry, he is a cousin of Tommy and Johnny Townsend. You know those names? Former NFL punters. Tommy Townsend, I think he's actually still punting.
Wow.
Is it him? Yeah, he's the punter for the Tennessee Titans. He used to punt for the Chiefs. And then Johnny Townsend, let me see, maybe he punted for the Chiefs. I think he's retired, though. Yeah, he's no longer there. He's retired. He used to punt they both punted for the Chiefs. And at one point, they were both on the Chiefs together. But he learned, our long snapper, learned how to long snap because his cousins were punting all the time.
Okay,
so he was like,
good pedigree right there.
Yeah, so he was like, oh, well, I've learned how to do this and I'm pretty good at it. I might as well use it. So that's why that's why he got into the career of long snapping. Kind of funny.
I still like Lovato.
Yeah, that was a weird. Well,
it was weird.
It was a weird one. It was a very weird one. But he made 1, 2 series. He's one of the greatest Eagles ever.
2 rings.
He's officially. If you did an Eagles Super Bowl Mount Rushmore, there's only 4 Eagles who have won 2 Super Bowls. He's on it.
Yeah,
he just gets to be on it. It's kind of funny.
I agree.
Yeah. Anything else about football, Dad? You just excited for it to be back?
I am. I watched the Hall of Fame game, but then they had so many stupid interviews that it kind of ruined me. So I think I've switched it off it. But I was trying. I was getting into it a little bit, but it's kind of hard at this point. But yeah, I'll be watching.
Yep, absolutely.
Tonight I'll definitely be watching.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching tonight.
Tonight for sure.
I was saving this to the end. Unfortunately, I will not be able to watch the Eagles game. My work is having a zoo. It's Employee Appreciation Week, and we're going to the zoo on Saturday at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, I remember that last year.
Yep. So originally we weren't going to be going, and then we got tickets to go.
You got to take the kids. You got to go.
I know. It's just we have a membership to the zoo, so we can go for free whenever.
Right.
So do I really want to?
I got one too.
Do I really need to? I need to go with the work thing, and I'm not even back at work yet. I'm taking my time off, So
it must be a little bit earlier than last year because last time we went, it was dark like at 7:00.
Yeah.
I don't know what time of year it was.
We went 2 years ago when my wife was pregnant with our first one.
I remember I went with you one time.
Yeah.
And it was dark.
It might have been in June. No.
I would say it's later.
Probably later.
Because it just seemed like we got up there, we parked, we got in the zoo, and within, I don't know, an hour or so, you grabbed the food and it was dark. Then we went on the merry-go-round.
Yep. That was great.
There's a great TikTok on that out there somewhere.
Absolutely. There it is, yeah. Okay. Other sports. Phillies. Not too good. 5-5 in the last 10. They are playing in the Hall of Fame game tonight, Hall of Fame game.
Field of Dreams.
They're playing in the Field of Dreams game tonight, which is fun. I'll take a peek at that, obviously, because it's going to be on TV.
Just to see the field.
Just to see the field. It's awesome.
Cool, yeah.
It is a good moment to
see if the corn's growing in the outfield.
Right, yep. So that's at 5:30. They're playing the Twins. And I wanted to double check. I think I'm right. Yeah, 5-5 in their last 10. They are out of the playoff picture right now. If the season ended, they are the first team on the outside. They're sitting below the Diamondbacks. They have the same record, but they are behind them.
Right.
So you have 43 games. I think it was 42 games left, or something like that. 42, 43 games left. You gotta fix the ship. Just got to get in the playoffs.
They're still over 500. I know that.
Correct. They're 64 and 58.
Okay, because I've been watching that. So, but other than that, I don't really watch the games.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, and then the Union. Wanted to mention the Union, 4-10-4, which is
they were in the basement. Now they're like fifth.
They were 0-6, so
they were really bad.
Yeah, they were 0-6. Now they're 4-10-4. So they turned something around a little bit.
That kid, Caven
Sullivan,
dude.
Caven.
I've been watching him in the what do they call it? It's not the USL Cup. It's the Leagues Cup.
Leagues Cup, yeah.
And I've been watching that, and I know they play tonight. They're playing tonight. Yes, they're playing tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sucks because this app doesn't show Leagues Cup stuff. It always bothers me.
I know they're playing tonight because I've been watching that.
Yeah.
And the League Cup, just in case you don't know, it's the U.S. teams versus the Mexico teams. And it's been great. But, watching Kayvon, man, he is a player. And he's only, 16? 17 maybe?
Yeah, 17.
Gosh.
Which is a bummer because he's only got one more year with us. Because
you're a soccer fan. He's amazing. He makes some great – for a kid that young to be kind of running the team, he's amazing.
So he is 16 now, yeah. 16. Is his brother still on the team? Yep, Quinn and Sullivan, right? Quinn Sullivan.
Yeah.
His older brother,
I don't know if he's still on
22.
the team.
Yeah, they're both still on the team.
But I watch him when I'm watching him because he's just like the quarterback of the team. He's incredible. I think he got a goal the other night too.
Yeah, I was going to check to see. I have his stats, all the stats up here.
Yeah, you don't.
He's got only one goal in the season. Disappointing. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
They were terrible, and now they went on a little winning streak. I think they won 3 straight, and then in the League's Cup they were undefeated, and I think they lost the other night.
Yeah. All right, so Dad, we're also recording on August 13th, which is the release day of the NBA schedule.
Nice.
So I've got some information about the Sixers, and you tell me kind of what your thoughts are and everything. So they got a lot of marquee games, obviously, because big deals now.
Yes.
Got the LeBron, got the Jalen Brown, got the Philadelphia, everything. So we're going to be open this season against the New York Knicks on October 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be on NBC. So that is going to be the first game of the season. It's the second game of the season, but it's the big game. Well, the Thunder and Spurs play that night too. So it's one of the big games.
Thunder and Spurs is not a big game to me.
Okay.
I know.
But the 76ers Knicks, playing on opening night. Your thoughts there?
Playing the champs.
Yeah, playing the champs.
Knicks swept them last year. They were in a roll, man. They were just so good last year. I'm not a big basketball guy, but I did watch some of the playoffs, and Knicks would be down, and they just would come back every game. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Home opener on October 22nd, going to be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's going to be on ESPN. Former LeBron James home,
right?
And Mom's favorite team.
There you go.
NBA Cup, they're going to be playing against the Knicks on October 30th. That's going to be the first NBA Cup game for them. Christmas Day game. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to choose between football. No, I'm just joking. Christmas Day game. They're going to be playing the Lakers, so it's going to be LeBron return to L.A.
Nice.
On Christmas on ABC.
They had to do that one.
Absolutely, they did. And I'm excited for that one. It's one of those games that, with basketball, it'll never surpass football. But, for a game like that, I do like to have the iPad on hand and go. As the football game's there, the iPad has the basketball.
Right.
So, playing the Lakers at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. our time, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, if you listen to us, we hate the Christmas Day football games. So
can't stand
maybe if you watch the basketball, they'll stop playing football on Christmas Day.
Yep.
I doubt it.
3 more marquee games. MLK Day, they're going to be going to Atlanta. So that's going to be a big game.
What time's that game?
2:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. There you go.
President's Day playing against the Mavericks. So last year's rookie Cooper Flag, on February 15th. It's going to be President's Day. That's the day after the Super Bowl. Oh. And then NBA Rivals Week, which is an interesting one. January 30th, they'll play against the Miami Heat.
So we have the day after the Super Bowl off.
Correct. It's great.
Dude,
I know
it should be that way, right?
Yep, I know. High five.
It should be that way.
I noticed that the other day when I saw that, because I saw February 15th, Sixers, MLK Day, and I was like, well, the Super Bowl's got to be the day before that. It has to be.
It's a week later than it has been for years now.
Yes. Yep. The schedule is out. I've been looking at the game that I want to go to. Ticket prices are still pretty high, but there's a few that I was going to possibly check out. So, number one, if people want to, try to go and meet me at the same time or whatever, in March around my birthday time, I was thinking about number one. There's March 4th. They're going against the Lakers at home, and then March 11th March 21st they'd play the Spurs at home. So I'd be able to see Wemby. And then the one that I'm really focused on, March 31st, playing against the Warriors. Now, the fun thing about this one would be if I did go to that Warriors one, 3 days before that, the Sixers are here playing the Nuggets.
Oh, up and down.
So it'd be just kind of cool if I could do
back-to-back games.
Yes, if I could go.
Nice.
I want to, go in there I'm going to Philly for the Star Wars thing, and I want to go for my birthday, and then see them play the Warriors. So I'd be able to go see the Nuggets, see the Sixers play the Nuggets, fly out of Denver, and then see them play the Warriors on my birthday in Philly, which I think would be awesome.
Yep.
So maybe a little weekend trip. I'll figure that stuff out there. Or it's actually a weekday trip. My birthday's on like a Wednesday, so it's random stuff. All right, I got nothing else on other sports. I just wanted to talk about the Sixers schedule.
That's good.
Happy to see that. So
definitely
exciting. Anything else?
No, just that we have the calendar magnets. If you'd like one, send an email. Email your address to the Gmail we have.
The Philly Eagles Therapy at Gmail.
I would definitely get it. Send you one in the mail.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're a little magnet. They're not little. They're nice, long, 8 inches, something like that. Magnets, they're pretty heavy. They
got the whole schedule.
They go on you go on your fridge. You got the whole schedule. It's pretty sick.
So just send an email to the Gmail account.
Yep. Or comment on the post. But let's just say that. Then you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. If you like Philly Eagles Therapy, do us a favor. Rate and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Email us your questions or asking for a magnet at PhillyEaglesTherapy@gmail.com. If you're watching on YouTube, comment down below that you want a magnet, and probably don't put your address in there.
Yeah, so that's why they Gmail.
Still email us.
No, email to you.
Yeah. Other than that, though, from all of us here at Philly Eagles Therapy, I'm Basil.
And I'm Baz.
Go Birds.
Fly, Eagles, fly.